This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am building a larger family home in the downtown area of Henford-on-Bagley, which is the new world that came with the Cottage Living expansion pack. I was lucky enough to get temporary early access to this pack, which is why you'll be seeing my Origin ID pop around the screen. It's part of the software, and I also wanted to mention, because of this early version of the game that I'm playing in, it's not final. There might be glitches or things that are just not finalized because it's not a finished version of the game, so things might be changed by the time that it is released. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, I am messing around here, having a vague idea of what I wanted to do and just trying to come up with the shape for this house. I really wanted it to be a large house that takes up a majority of the lot here. I didn't think it needed a ton of outdoor space, which is really not like me because I love landscaping and I did plenty of it on this lot anyway, but this does end up being a 5-bedroom house. It also has 2 bathrooms, and I was thinking that this was more of a generational family home, so I do have a room for the parents, also a room for a toddler, a child, a teenager, and a grandparent. I was imagining grandma lived here, so that is how I decorated that space, and I also have like a couple of things for her in this house as well. I had a lot of fun with this concept. So on the main floor there is I think it's only a half bath, if I'm remembering correctly. And then there is the parents' bedroom, the grandma's bedroom, and the toddler's bedroom. And the kid and teen have bedrooms upstairs. So you'll see all of that come together. I was imagining that the room that the parents have, just in case I forget to mention it once we get to that, was originally a dining space or a secondary living area, because there's not a proper dining space in this house. And they had originally had the room that grandma is in now, but they converted their dining space into their bedroom when grandma moved in. So that was the whole concept there, because the 2 sides of the house end up having chimneys and fireplaces on them, and one of them's the living room and the other one ends up being the parents' bedroom. But I was thinking originally that would be a good dining space because it's near the kitchen. And anyway, you'll see it come together. But right now we're on the outside trying to figure out some ivy and what colors I want to go for. I end up using this green swatch that came with the new pack because it's really pretty and I hadn't used it yet. And it also matches really nicely with this base game wallpaper. This is like an indoor paneling that I sometimes use as an exterior paint color when I only have base game. And today I had base game and cottage living, and I just thought it would work nicely together. So I was pretty happy with that decision. So we're using some of the new bricks from the pack downstairs, and then the base game wallpaper upstairs, lots of new windows. I have some wisteria here all over the house, as well as on these gates out front. I am also using this old rusted bike. I think it's really cute, and some street lights, a birdhouse, lots of roses. Here we are getting into the landscaping. It's incredibly overgrown, but not messy overgrown, just big rose bushes. I really like how this came out. It ends up being a fairly structured garden space, but there's a lot of plants, a lot of plants. You'll see it come together, but I really liked how this came out with all of the ivy and the flowers, and I don't usually do landscaping like this, so it was definitely interesting and different for me because when I have a lot of landscaping, it tends to be all over the place, not in structured garden beds on a really small lot in the middle of a town. So this was definitely a really fun vibe. I really enjoy this world, and it was exciting to build something actually in the downtown area versus in the countryside and in the woods areas that I've been mostly building in. I think I have one other build that is downtown. The rest of them are out in the middle of the woods because those lots are just a lot of fun. But anyway, I am figuring out the floor plan now, and the first thing I did was put the 2 fireplaces at either end of the house to correspond with the chimneys that I placed outside, which is not something I always do. I tend to have fireplaces and chimneys have nothing to do with each other, or have a fireplace with no chimney, or a chimney with no fireplace, and today I really wanted them to match. So you can see I placed down a bed in that room because I had this whole idea for grandma. So I needed the parents to have a bedroom somewhere, and it made sense that they would be you know what, we'll stay in the dining room. And plus it's a nice space. It's got the fireplace. I really love the new fireplaces that came with this pack. They are absolutely stunning, and this is my first time using the more modern brick one that we got. And I think I mentioned in another video about this fireplace that you can just automatically snap one of the wall-mounted TVs to it, and it goes through perfectly and looks like it's actually mounted on the fireplace. I really, really enjoyed that. But anyway, when you first walk in, there's going to be a small spot for a table as well as a small kitchen tucked over here in the corner. And then you can access a hallway to get you to the living room and to the bathroom and a bedroom. And there's more bedrooms and a staircase, and you'll see it all come together. But I'm over explaining at this point. But this is the kitchen. Do I keep this swatch? I don't think I keep this swatch of these counters. I might be wrong though. Do I change them out for the green ones? Maybe I do keep this swatch. I know I use the green fridge, which I think is really pretty. I've been mostly using that fridge of the two, but I really like the other one as well. And I'm thinking maybe once I get my hands on this pack again, I might do some sort of off-the-grid type build. I know the other fridge, the one I'm not using in this build, is an off-the-grid item. And I think that could be fun. I have so many different ideas. You guys have left a lot of suggestions. And I definitely want to build like a wedding venue. I think that could be fun. And just lots of things using some of the items that are not from this pack combined with this. Because as fun as it was to explore with just base game and the new pack, I'm so pumped to get my hands back on everything else combined with this. Here I am just placing down different wallpapers, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I wasn't entirely sure yet. And also the hallway, I had tried it being on a diagonal and I thought it looked a little wonky, so I did change that in the end. But this is going to be the downstairs bathroom. I'm pretty sure this is just a half bath like I had mentioned. So we're using the new sink that came with the pack, just a base game toilet, some plants. I'm actually really happy with how this bathroom came out. It's simple, but I like the way I cluttered it. I don't do half baths that often, so that might be part of it. I just think it looks a little bit nicer and different than some of the bathrooms that I have done. Plus, I got to use one of the new fancier wall sconces, and I thought that looked pretty. But this is the fireplace trick I was talking about. Just the depth of the fireplace combined with how far off the wall the mount is for the TV. It just looks perfect there. So I was very excited about that. And I also put a rose up on the fireplace. I'm getting a nice patterned chair for Grandma. That chair definitely gives me Grandma vibes. And then I was like, oh, I didn't put a double bed in this room for her, so let me do that. And just finishing decorating off this room, there ends up being the side table, plenty of curtains in here. I thought that the base game curtains worked pretty nicely with this style. And then, of course, the basket of blankets and pillows, which I am going to definitely overuse. Pretty much exactly like how I overused the basket of blankets and pillows, same kind of thing. That is from Eco Lifestyle. I'm just going to now have options, or maybe I could put it both. Maybe one will be for the living room, one will be for the bedroom. Decisions. I also had added a chessboard in the living room. I thought that was a nice use of space, but this is going to be Grandma's room. I am using one of the base game beds in here, and I don't think it stays this overwhelmingly blue. It does have quite a bit of blue in here, though. But I do have this beautiful clock and bedside table. We're going to get a dresser as well. And then I'm pretty sure I changed all of the swatches to brown because it was just a little bit too white, I guess, in here. I didn't like how it looked. It looked too sterile, maybe. I'm not really sure the correct word I'm looking for there, but I felt like it needed some warmth. Maybe that's what it looked too cold. Yeah, that makes the most sense. But I definitely based this off of my grandma a little bit because she loves blue, so. And also has that clock and things like that. She doesn't do cross-stitching, though, but she is the person that taught me how to knit growing up. So I definitely associate that with her. I feel like putting a knitting basket in there would have been nice, but that came with nifty knitting. But I'm excited to have cross-stitching as well. That's so cool. But this is the parents' bedroom. Like I said, I was thinking this might have originally been a dining space or an additional living area. And now it's their bedroom. So we have this giant fireplace in here and trying to squeeze everything else in around it. But I think it came out cute. We're getting another chair in here as well, and a small dresser and a mirror. And I think that's it for this room, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty happy with how it came out, though. I was really excited to have so many bedrooms in a house because I don't build houses this big that often. But I think it's partially this pack has me all excited to do some gameplay with some maybe larger families. I think I'd be starting off with like a single sim and seeing how their life unfolds and eventually having a large family and playing for generations and things like that. Because this isn't a generations pack. This is a generations build, though. But I feel like Cottage Living, the little bit of gameplay I've done and some of the updates they've made with like cooking together with other sims and like family stuff. It's the little bit of the Generations gameplay I want, even though we don't have that yet. And it's making me want to play the game and have these big families and build larger homes. So we'll see if that continues over the next few weeks. If I decide to build some more big houses, let me know if you'd be interested in that and what you'd like to see. But anyway, we are upstairs now. I completely talked over the toddler's room. It's very purple and pink, and I thought it was pretty cute. But this is upstairs in a teenager room. This one's like really red and black, and I love how this came out. It was definitely inspired by this particular bed swatch. This is the new bed that came with the pack, and just the black and red plaid I thought was so nice. So I wanted to have a room inspired by that. And red is one of those colors I just don't use as often. I've been trying to more lately, so that is what we did there. And then in this room, I'm using this base game bed that used to be a Parenthood bed that is in the base swatch, like the yellow and blue, because we've had this bed forever. But I don't think I've ever used the base swatch of it, this yellow and blue one. So I really wanted to try and give that a go in this space. So we have the blue wallpaper again, like we do downstairs in Grandma's room, and just like lots of posters, a book bag, as well as a dollhouse, dressers, all the simple things that you would need in a bedroom. I think it came out pretty cute. And then we're moving to the upstairs bathroom. This is separated off into two rooms. This one has like the tub, the sink, and the toilet. And then the other room has a shower in it. But you'll see with the way I lay out the other room, I was intending for it to have laundry. But since this is not using the laundry pack, I put a shower in there instead. But if you have laundry, that's where I was imagining it would go. Anyway, we're adding a table and chairs outside and a barbecue, and then we're going to be heading on into screenshots. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.